And continuing Final Fantasy VII Rebirth. Now, it is time to head towards the airfield and see what's going on over here. Well, there's smoke, of course, and Sid's here as well. But what might be the actual event going on?
Stood up?
Nope. Waiting on you folks. Something I wanted to ask. About your mother. Her name's Fauna, right?
Maybe. So what?
That sounds like a yes to me. I called it the second I saw you. Boy, am I ever glad I sent up smoking. Tell me, how's she doing? Good?
No. She's dead.
You know, the whole reason I joined Shinra was to become a pilot. But I wound up as a gopher for some lazy grease monkeys. Had me running around HQ fixing lights and whatnot. One time, though, I came across a pretty young thing with a little girl in her arms. That was you, wasn't it?
Probably.
You were knee-high to a Tonberry. And I was what? Called a smogger, I'd wager. Damn. No longer with us. That's a crying shame. Truly. Hey, Missy.
It's Eric.
Eric. Is there anything I can do for you? I want to help.
What? Why?
Just trying to do right by you.
Flying us around will be more than plenty. Thanks.
Then again, if you're just dying to help, you could take us to the saucer for free.
Free?
It's fine, we'll pay.
No, it's on me. When you want to head to the saucer, just give me a holler.
Well,
Hey,
so
good to go?
where might be able to be go? Well, yep, I'm good to go. I've done all the job around here.
On then.
Nothing in Nibelheim to do.
An 8?
What the hell? This is surprised.
You said that Sephiroth is your foe. I have a history with him. Unfinished business.
He bothering you? Want me to give him the boot?
Try to screw us over, and you're a dead man.
Please, take a seat.
They added a lot of armor to his
Do you think
Princess
you can
design.
manage
'Cause
8?
Ain't gonna lie. That's a tall order for most pilots. Lucky for you, I ain't most pilots.
it is not a matter of pilot daring. It is matter much more about airplane being able to lift it. Overloading airplane is dangerous thing. And that machine seems to be a tilt rotor.
Hey, Sid. I was wondering, could you tell me a little more about my mom?
Sure. I was greener than Mako when I met a Fauna. She took my heart for a spin.
Not you, Sid.
Eric, sick?
Doctors always said she had a weak constitution, and trying to escape didn't help. I think she just pushed herself too hard, all so that I could be free.
I'm sorry. But she went out on her own terms.
Did she?
Even if she didn't, you should honor her memory by enjoying the life she gave you.
Yeah. Thanks.
Hey, don't know if y'all heard. Wutai's finally made a move against Shinra. Might be war. And as Midgar's been bombed to hell and back, Shinra's gotta be on the ropes.
War isn't worth celebrating. Ever.
Exactly. This will affect everyone. For the worse.
It's like when Sephiroth shows up. Nobody wins. One other way to note, if war is officially declared, it will be long before borders start closing. So, if you've got somewhere to be, you might want to get a wee shuffle on.
Well,
What the?
Sid? Hey, Sid?
I heard you the first time. Just sit tight. Everything's under control.
doesn't feel like it.
Sid?
I said just sit tight. This beauty's maintained by an expert and piloted by a professional. Y'all are in good hands.
Well, gliding is good, but that's a bad environment to be gliding in. But I'm confident that it will not be a matter of.
You sure? 'Cause I think that was the engine.
Get off my ass and sit tight like I told you to.
What was the altitude?
Oh man, we're screwed!
We ain't screwed, people.
Hey,
All right, brace for emergency landing.
And no seat belts.
Any landing you can swim away from.
You almost killed us!
Well, but I would say that is a good landing because everybody can most likely walk away from that. And hell, even the plane seems to be floating. Yep, that bird ain't flying. At least not easily.
Okay, let's start her up. Sounds good.
Yeah, but the wings are still broken.
And what of it? Only one man has mastered the land, air, and sea. You're looking at it. You got that?
Okay, so?
So you can think of me as the captain of your ship. Strap on in and we'll punch through the chop.
Aye, aye.
Let's set sail. Straight through the ravine and on the coast of El Sol. And after that,
we nip it.
Sounds like a plan. We'll be there before you know it.
Let's set a course for Costa del Sol, sir.
roger that. Full speed ahead.
Hey, mind filling us in on Keystone before we arrive?
About 20 years back, one of our
Alright, let's look at the map.
eccentric colleagues convinced the company to build a museum for its antiques. The reliquary, they called it. Pretty cool, eh? Now, what did the company
Nice landscape, having the Cosmo Canyon rock space and Nibelheim rock space at the other side, or Corel rock space more actually.
It was. Oh, right. So, the museum turned out to be a total after the museum debacle, all Theo was demoted, only to be promoted again when the saucer took off. Made director in no time. Really, richest to rags to richest story. All of which is why we're bound for the saucer.
Hey, Sid, did I hear right? You used to work with Shinra.
Still do on occasion. The boys got their uses.
That's gonna be a problem. You see, we don't take kindly to friends in the company.
And I don't take kindly to that tone of yours. Man who tries to lord his power over me is gonna wish he didn't. That's what's appealing about disguise. Got them all to myself. Rats can have their race in the gutter. Never much cared for the squeaking anyways.
Oh, but...
Wild blue yonder dearly.
Well, I would still think that it was a don't agree with the idea of making Sid younger in this remake. He would be something like I already starting to get gray hair.
And like his hotel's found its ceilings.
Bad chance. Kid probably got grifted again and is crying himself to sleep every night.
Alright, can I actually... Oh, there's a hard port I have to head in. Oh, quite a machine, I would say.
Thank you for choosing Bronco Cruises. We sincerely hope you enjoyed your trip with us.
Cruises? I thought it was Bronco Airlines.
Not after his wings got clipped.
Seriously, we really appreciate you ferrying us around.
You're most welcome. Hey, y'all are headed to the saucer, ain't you? I might could tag along, take in the splendor. What do you think?
Of course.
Girl always knows just what to say. Am I right? Shall we?
Wait a sec. Where's Vincent?
Up there.
Another loner. As if one wasn't enough of a pain in my ass.
Yeah, one's more than enough. You mean me?
Alright, so there would be all kinds of things going on around in here.
Oh, no way. Hey, Cloud, let me see that. This reeks of sea salt. And not the fresh kind either. This thing smells ancient.
Really?
Yeah. Gramps told me about it once. Long ago, when most folks spent their lives at sea, a war broke out between some pirates. I mean, how do you think they came up with Pirates Rampage? It's based on a true story. How about it? Want to hear?
Yeah, I know.
Gather round and hearken to my tale. Before steel birds soared through the skies and tracks wove across the land, wooden ships are the primary means of travel. One such ship was crewed not by men, but monsters, hellions, and high seas. From the fires of war, these pirates emerged victorious, leaving crimson waters in their wake. The world Orion's ocean is now his sole dominion. Their captain was declared Avainkiven. As for the king's treasure, ere his passing, he took his most prized possession, ported it, and sealed those pieces away, along with his 4 finest mates, to forever stand guard. Whatever he hid, this map should point us to the locations in which its fragments rest. The spell he used to seal them away seems to have broken as well. But the Pirate King's treasure is now ours to seek. 4 ferocious fiends yet stand in our way. Doubtless, they'll put up quite a fight.
And I, for one, can't wait!
Alright, so interestingly enough, seems to be, you could say, some sort of phase of well, you might call it the phase of something like the sandbox opens or that kind of thing, when you can basically just get the free reign of the game world, and you can go as you please all over the place. I think this might be that phase of the game. And does the card shop sell any new cards? Yeah, it did.
Thanks for stopping by.
Oh yeah, and there's a new Queen's Blood player, but I'm not gonna record all those incidents into this. Let's just go and walk around and see what kind of incident Johnny might be doing. Because that is sold. Well, I don't think it is pointless to say, but the changes of the story in this sense isn't bad at all. Makes a more interesting game.
Have a look around. You take care of yourself out there.
Didn't sell anything else.
This place is probably our best bet for souvenir. Hey, how about an orb or two?
This store's really hopping.
That Johnny's one hard worker, fixing this place up.
And the rock and the pile of stones obstacles has been cleared, which is nice.
Costa del Sol is full of visual wonders. If you don't select your subjects with care, that's why I prefer the road less foot. So long as I don't get lost, that is.
Alright, and so what does Johnny have to say?
We'll display your donations with pride in our exclusive collection.
This place is looking good. I actually want to stay here.
Doesn't appear to be anything you could say very interesting around in here.
It's changed so much. I almost didn't recognize Johnny's seaside inn is actually.
Johnny's always so awesome.
Got a real good selection.
So let's just do because there really doesn't seem to be anything new happening in Costa del Sol. It might be time to just start walking right towards. Actually, when I can just make an easy quick travel right to the gold saucer, which I might actually well, first I'm gonna check the job board to see what kind of side quests they have available. Except I hope it's none of those which allow to.
At the top of the resort. I
I can't thank you enough for handling that mess. Is there anything I can do for you? I certainly wasn't expecting the professor to do something like that. Still, I'm a simple man, and from what I gather, his experiment was of great scientific import. So while I could have done without the collateral damage, it fills me with pride to be the mayor who holds a special footnote in Shinra's illustrious history.
Well, the guy is a company man, so...
There were a few injuries, yes, but no guests were killed. In all honesty, the professor did us a service by ridding us of those roads. The freaks were ruining our ambiance. Shinra also did us a service by providing us with a generous forget I said anything. Who? Oh, that ungrateful schlub. I hope the hero is enjoying his 15 minutes of fame. It won't last, and neither will his hilltop roach trap. Just give it time. Well, all that ugliness is in the past. Let's look to our future, one that's bright and mutually beneficial.
I'm not buying it.
Oh, surely I can sell you on the idea of lending the merc I've hired a hand.
What's this about a merc?
Oh, perhaps you're associates. That makes things easier. You see, some fiends popped out of the water and assaulted a group of innocent beachgoers the other day. The young lady agreed to exterminate those pests, only to go on a bender at a bar on the beach. I paid her a handsome sum up front, too, so I intend to get my money's worth. Oh, and after you've gotten rid of those monsters, as a personal favor, I want you to take care of that merc. She's been spending the money I paid her to do nothing but party. It's time she learned there are some folks you don't cross.
Agreed.
I've no doubt you'll find her at that damned bar. Do give her my regards.
Well, as there's been quite lots of side quests and all that kind of things happening around here. There might be lots of side missions and all that going on, so I'm gonna break this episode right here, and so I'm gonna actually enter the Gold Saucer. And now making use of the magic of fast travel to head to Gold Saucer. A very swanky and fancy place.
Should split up to look for Dio.
Will do.
If I catch you goofing off, so help me out.
Cloud? You got a minute? There's something I failed to mention about the Temple of the Ancients. You might call it a legend, or a warning. You see, no one who goes into the temple ever comes out again. No one. And I'm wondering if you really want to take everyone to a place like that.
You said it yourself. It's just a legend.
I did, aye, but...
Let's focus on finding Dio and the Keystone for now.
Yep, and if I would now take a look, in the original one, once you committed to go into the Temple of the Ancients, after gaining the Keystone, you would have to go through the whole place with its boss fights and all that. It had 2 of them. And that would make it, well, then you would have a bit trouble. So where might Dio be? Well, I would assume he would be either at the Chocobo Square or Fight Battle Square. And I'm guessing it might be the Battle Square. Well, doesn't appear to be anything over here. But there's rest spots and all that. Oh. Yep, it's a big place. And because I already you already do one visit to it, navigating it ain't that easy. Mostly because I had to do I think that caused the let's just go to the coast square and see where I might be.
We've arrived at your destination.
I can't wait to see guys of blood, screams of pain, all that.
Alright, there's the guy.
Is fatigue haunting your every?
Actually, no, not getting the hotel room over here. Oh yeah, there's one of those. Well, that thing at least had an appropriately heavy and difficult way of talking for that kind of critter. I don't know any better words to describe that thing. But this might not be the location to go.
Where would you like to go, Kubo?
So it will be right into the Park Central and see what's there.
We've arrived at your destination.
Well, as I would. It would be something like a map showing it might be around. Turning around and going downwards over here, but how would I get there? Because the place is a big maze. All these stairs and structures just swim and swift and spin around, making quite confusing layout, which, well, for this kind of location is, you could say, plausible, or you could say believable, but it is very inconvenient in gameplay sense. And there's a piece of material just lying about. So go into the lowest floor, Park Central. Chocobo Square, might that be it? Actually, I think I'm gonna go to the Battle Square and do a little bit of examination of that place. Be more thorough and see what's going on. And it's real nice that they made this orchestral mix of this already good, cheerful circus music of the Gold Saucer, and they made it just sound more grand. Which, more or less, you can say is the... You can say thematic styling of the, or idea of the remake. Take everything good and make it more grand. Right. Colosseum. Oh, there I had to go. I was right about this location.
Check it out, Cloud. Can you believe this?
Corneo? The Dawn outstayed his welcome in Midgard and decided to set up shop in the Saucer. Great timing, eh? Interesting. There's an event being held at the Musclehead Coliseum tomorrow.
If there's a dress rehearsal today, Dio might be there. We should check it out.
Alright, I was right that it would be at the Battle Square, but it is a bit more, most likely more complicated than it may involve.
Muscle in and exchange your gold saucer points for fabulous prizes.
Alright, game is giving ideas that yeah, you should get gold saucer points while you're here. Oh, but Don Corneo. If I'm gonna have to meet that sleazeball.
Greetings, Mr. Director.
He doesn't look quite right.
Oh, well, he at least is here.
Well, if it isn't our friendly fugitives, you're looking hale and hearty.
What happened to you?
I made a painful discovery that the Turks are stronger than they look.
You, sir, should know better. You're no spring chicken. Speaking of old things, whatever happened to that wee Keystone thingy?
We need to get our hands on it. It was part of your collection, last we heard.
It was, yes, and in fact still is.
Point of order. My ancestors owned it. Don't you think that makes me its rightful owner?
A Cetra, are you? That, my dear, is a bold claim. But still, who am I to dispute your heritage? You may, of course, have the Keystone. That is, on one condition. You must take part in our exclusive event, the Fight for Naming Rights. Dio's champions versus the Corneo family. Should my team fall to those rogues, the Gold Saucer will become Corneo land. Let's it out! Training hard and getting those gains.
What's up, party people? What's up? It's a challenge from the Dawn.
Find and know.
Give the people what they call tickets in a tweet.
But look at me. I can barely lift a finger. And here I was lamenting my lot in life when you came along. 'Tis fate. Nay, divine intervention. What say you? Will you be my champions and go to war against Don Corneo?
I'll do it. I'll fight.
We win, we get the Keystone, right?
As agreed, you have my word.
Then we're in.
Then we have ourselves a deal. Naturally, I want you in peak physical condition for the big bout, so please use my hotel to rest up.
Great. I'll jog on ahead and tell the others then.
So it's a case of gladiator battles, which is true to the original one as well. Although in it, the goal was simply that Torconio wants to see us fighting. But it looks like. But it looks like Don Corneo is trying to take a hostile takeover, seeing how sleazy he is.
And here we are!
Guts of blood, screams of pain. All
I hear you'll be taking part in the main event at the Coliseum tomorrow. You'd better rest up before your big day.
Well, actually, I think there might be some sort of silly date sequence later, so I think it's time to actually end this episode right here. See you next time. See ya.